Welcome to Kissimmee, Florida, and prime time on the NCCAA network as we get set for Division II soccer in pool play as the top seed has made their entrance into this tournament in Bob Jones University. They come in at 8-2-1 overall, and they had an impressive run through the regionals in the South Region Championship. They won their first one in program history and outscored region opponents 48-0. And didn't allow a goal all season in the region or in the region tournament. They last won this championship in 2016 and are trying to pencil their names there again in 2020. Their opponent tonight in Johnson University out of Knoxville, Tennessee, as they fell shy last night, and so to keep their title hopes alive, they have to come away with a win here in this one. So as you look at Johnson University, their season was delayed a little bit, but it's a very young group. 8 freshmen, 9 sophomores compose this roster, but 3 players made the All-Region first team, 5 on the All-Region second team. So it's a talented group, just young and inexperienced. Their last time here in these NCCAA National Championships was 2009. Kyle Rush alongside with you. And we're glad to have you with us as we get set for Soccer Under the Lights. And it's a game of the utmost importance for the 6th seed Johnson University. The task, taking down the tournament's top seed to keep your championship hopes alive. Meanwhile, on the other end for Bob Jones, it's getting off in pool play to a 1-0 start and controlling the scenario as they go into action tomorrow, which would set up a winner-take-all in pool play. So that's what's at hand for us tonight. You look throughout this pool in Pool A, Randall University, who beat Johnson last night by a count of 2-0, is how we've gotten to this stage. Pool B on the opposite side, Grace Christian, the 2 seed, making their first appearance in this tournament this year tonight, as Moody Bible Institute start off 1-0 as they pulled off the upset over the defending champ Pensacola last night by a count of 2-1. So, plenty to still be decided. Well, Moody were to beat Grace, they would etch their name into the title bout Saturday. So chances to be had, both sides, but for Bob Jones, the quest starts opening pool play with a win. For Johnson University, is trying to post a win and keep hopes alive. Glad you are with us as Bob Jones University in the light blue jerseys with white numbers, white shorts. As you'll see, Johnson University on the opposite side in the Royals in dark blue, navy blue if you will, white trim and navy shorts. As we get set for primetime soccer, worth noting, as we have all day, the wind will be a factor. As you're looking at the field, picture yourself sitting right where your camera sits, wind sort of over the right shoulder to the corner on the left side of the pitch. So that sets the scene here as we get set to go here on the NCCAA network. Glad to have you along with us. And we're about ready for first touch and kickoff here on a cool November night here in Kissimmee, Florida, at the Austin-Tindall Sports Complex. Although, for friends in Knoxville watching, cool with the temperature in the 60s may be a relative term. But hey, the wind is kicking up out there. So we are underway as we make way. As you saw the starting lineup scroll across your screen. And we're ready for play now. As Bob Jones and the Bruins have their first touch. Looking to control possession here. Now work. Lorech. He's going to send it forward. Long ball. Race on here. An early chance perhaps in the balance. as now they'll have to come reset possession. But a good run on the long ball, trying to get things started. Now look, they look to play it back now. And now it comes all the way to the far side, and McCarty who handles it now, looks to reverse. Deep ball sent in again by King. They try to track it down, far side right by the corner, and it'll go out of play there for a goal kick. We mentioned the young but talented roster for these Royals from Johnson University. Yuri Catania in goal, a sophomore keeper among them as that one sails wide. And another goal kick to come. We look at a very young roster facing a team who rolled through regional play by a combined score of 48-0. And you wonder how may they fare. A start critical for the Royals here, and that's defended nicely. Cleared well. Can't quite get turned around to work it the other direction. As it's played back again by the Bruins. It'll work. Laresh, you'll notice in the middle, very active. 6 in the light blue. Tap forward, some space, but not enough to fire. Baseline run. Cross, a good one. It misses wide. The cross was there, but the touch goes wide of the frame. And for the moment, we'll stay scoreless. As Jordan Cruz couldn't quite punch it home. Again, Bruins tic-tac-toe down the sideline, winning possession. Cross in here, and it's over the back of the net for a goal kick. I mentioned the keeper, Mitsatania, for Johnson University. Look at the other side. Mancheski in goal. As Chris Mancheski will patrol the Sterling, Virginia native, a senior goalkeeper. He would love nothing more, as he's kept the clean sheet through the regional rounds, to cap it off here in these championships and add another national title, which would be the second in 4 years. But we're a long way from that stretch. There's another deep ball sent, another run, as Hennigan has been on the back end of several, not just early on tonight, but throughout their campaign. As here's a strike from that left side. Now, ball battled for possession in the balance here, as the Royals haven't got it on their end of the pitch very often. This whistle will help them do that, as it will send things over that way. We're glad you're joining us here tonight on the NCCAA Network. We remind you it is powered by SCORE International. SCORE specializes in short-term mission trips. Pair your passion with the opportunity to share the gospel, both internationally and domestically, by joining SCORE on a short-term mission trip. Visit scoreintl.org/NCCAA to learn more. As the pass doesn't find the mark, it comes back to the back line, as the Bruins analyze their next move. Gunnar Rogers trying to give chase. But it drifts further into the Bruin zone, now becoming dangerous. Bouncing cross, face a goal, score! And an opening blast delivered. The top seed on the board first, and a celebration on the sideline. And it is a team celebration of the utmost, as no man left out of that one. And you see this beautiful cross delivered yet again. On the cross in, and then just an excellent finish, cognizant of the space that he had and had his opportunity, and he didn't miss it. And it's an early 1-0 start. As now Johnson University will be tasked with trying to find it. Victor Oladipo, the one who tabulates the first goal. And no, we're not talking about a basketball player, and you know he's gotten that comparison a lot. The Indiana Pacers, as this one's excused out of the right side. It'll be a throw in the attacking third, but Oladipo, no stranger to the spotlight. NCCAA DII South Region Player of the Year. And so many times you see those awards given in the regionals, and you wonder how on the national scene they may fare. Well, he's got a goal not even 7 minutes in. Is this a one-hopper and an easy take for Mancheski? So it's 1-0. Now a good run here. Chance to be had. Oladipo on the run again. Ball sent out wide. As Gunnar Rogers looks to turn it the opposite direction. Now chip back in. Bruins still threatening. A couple touches. Now looks back for Oladipo. Flips top of the box. Now swing near side. They take their time. Kissimmee. And the Bruins forced to send it back out now. And now Gunnar Rogers, a nice touch. He wins possession. What a good name for a forward. Also the captain of this club from the Royals. And both players thought perhaps, as Bob Jones wanted the foul there, and Rogers thought he wasn't the last to touch it. As is now, Rogers tries to make a run far side as Isaiah Rowe tries to work his way through traffic on the far side. Maintain possession at least for a moment. Now it's turned toward Rogers. And he's knocked to the ground, waiting for a whistle. None came. Still some space, though. And this the most possession in consequence, and the missed touch will end it. That was the longest stretch of possession for the Royals. Now, Bob Jones wasting little time going back to work. Looking for Oladipo at the top. He's hounded heavily, and now is going to be hit with the foul. Figueroa was the one who started that run, and he went from 0 to 100 awfully quickly off that throw, and he got some space and scampered right into the attacking third. As first 10 minutes of this one nearly gone. And so far, it is the tournament's top seed flexing their muscle a little bit, as is the South Region Player of the Year in Oladipo. He slides it out wide here. Attack from distance has found the back of the net. And the team celebration part 2. Oladipo will get the assist. As the deep try finds the back. And it's Laresh who cashes it in. The sophomore from Marietta, Georgia, makes it 2-0 in the first 10 minutes. Now a slip here, looking for perhaps more. And a player down now for Johnson University. It's Dalton Miller as they check on him. Athletic training staff on the verge. Head referee said he's okay. Just needed some time to shake it off and regain his whereabouts. So good to see Miller playing for Hometown University. Right there in Knoxville, the sophomore midfielder. Set there. Oh, and he takes another big tumble here, but he was on ball. Looks to dance, there was no whistle. Now they look to push forward. Rogers. Far side looking for room to dance there. Stripped of the ball. Now trying to weave through. Again, it's 2 in blue and Miller. Should say dark blue. Keeping it alive. Through ball. Knocked down by that back line of Bob Jones. Oh, nice play here. Winning possession, reading it beautifully was Kearns. Can he get a cross in? No. Down the baseline. He's going to try this way. Looking for space, and attempt goes well wide. As Fredrickson was well off the mark on the left-footed strike. And here, Matt Hotchkin from the Bob Jones bench saying to his defense and squad that last exchange was a little too easy for his liking. It's one, even on film, one of those coachable moments that regardless how this game turns out, he'll sit back there and say, look, something that if we're going to get that second championship in 4 years, we got to be better. Oladipo. Hard to be better than he's been so far. Strikes again. Can't quite find the back of the net. Well defended. His teammates were ready to come on for yet another celebration. But threat not gone. Cross in front. This dangerous and cleared away. On the defensive backs. I believe it was Hallie Burton who made the imperative stop on that cross that went across the face of goal. It's been action-packed, particularly if you're Bob Jones. Can't tell you the breeze now, as we alluded to top of the broadcast. It's as light now as it's been all day. Now they play the advantage here off the foul. Oladipo sends the through ball in. Chance to be had. Bartman looks to dance to try to find some real estate and wins the corner. it'll be the first corner for either side tonight. And the arms up, kick away. And defended nicely. Oladipo, though, sends it right back in. Wrap around. And a clutch piece is goaltending there. As Catania read it the whole way. It may have lacked the pace that Bob Jones would have liked. But that was read really well by Catania. Keeps it 2-0. Looks to step up Rogers. That's a good touch here. And again, weaving forward, knocked off the ball. And the turnover sends it right back the other way. Played back. Now McCarty sends forward one of the goal scorers already. Lorech full set of steam here. Sends out wide. Stop, no whistle there. Now Rogers, perhaps a chance being going on the counter. But it's the back line that chips it back in for the Bruins. Pressure being applied there, and now McCarty. Near side, Barkman. Deep one sent in. Oladipo, so fluid with his motion, trying to get to that right foot and create space. Hesitated just a moment, and it was defended well. But it does result in a corner for Bob Jones. See Oladipo, it's almost like he glides across the turf. It'll be Charlie Barkman, the junior out of Wilmington, North Carolina, who will take this corner for the Bruins. Oh, strike good across face of goal. No one able to get to the end of it until it comes through the zone. Good piece of defending. And now pushed on. Rogers looking ahead. Played well to Miller. Now Gilpin, can he get across in? He does. But it's right at the keeper, Nemancheski, who calmly falls on top of it. And now we'll reassess things. Played far side. Now they want to swing it back. They do. Played well. A nice little dance done by Barkman. Oladipo fires in the middle. A chance here, perhaps blocked aside as they were looking for room. There's Figueroa dancing around looking for chances. It'll be another corner, and Barkman will again go over there to work. The breeze picks up a little bit. The breeze, what there is, should help him bend it toward front of goal. Gotta be careful not to do it too much. Dangerous header here, and it was off a couple of his own mates there. He went off a couple Royals before Catania. He did a nice job to track it down. Nice ball won that time by the Royals. Gable. Substitution getting set as Ethan Ridge gets the set to make his first appearance. 6'1", 190. There's a ball played here. Not played far enough, though. And the Bruins squelched that opportunity as Gilpin, there was a run to be had, but that ball had to be sent deeper toward the corner. Instead, it was too short, and possession changed hands. Hennigan. Rockets one to the top of the box. Played back in, Oladipo. Dances, fires, off a hop, it's picked up by Catania. He absolutely has the green light anywhere around the box. But he does like getting to the right foot. And when he does, he's already proven in this game to be lethal. As he scored once already. Now he has it in the midfield, plays it back. Lorech. Rashid Lorech, the man who plays on the back end, not to be confused with Gashid Lorech. The Lorech brothers, one of them is already connected. It's the one that plays forward, or midfield, I guess, and Lorech and Rashid were the back end guy, and Rashid was the first to meet his brother after he connected on the goal. Oladipo. Some room to dance. Wanted it back, didn't get it. Instead, it's sent out wide. Cross comes in. It's a dangerous one to the back post. And it had to be cleared, and Gable was up to the task to do it. Bruins keeping it in play. Now Rogers takes it away. Pushes on. Rogers looking for help. And he's surrounded by light blue shirts. And we'll get a stoppage, and this might be a booking, as he was tackled from behind. And it is. It is a yellow card. Yellow card warranted to Jordan Cruz. So Cruz will pick up the yellow. And the free kick, a chance to send it. As Rogers was tackled from behind. He'd love to get on the end of one here. And a handball. So now a set piece opportunity. The best look they would have had tonight. Rogers wants to be the one to take it. As they set the wall just outside of the box. And now he analyzes. Someone get on the end of it or finish it? Or maybe does Rogers do it himself? Mancheski awaits. He goes right at Mancheski. Bobbled for a moment, nearly getting there. Off the deflection was Miller. But Mancheski kept it close enough in hand. And this is a booming kick. It's going to start a counter. Oladipo, one-on-one with the keeper. The touch just too strong. And that is something to note. Especially into the wind. The counter started with a deep bomb from Mancheski. As this one's played out, it'll be a throw for the Royals and a sub coming. Sub will come on. comes in the form of Ethan Ridge. As Dalton Miller will check out. Played near sideline. Looking for room. Lorech turns it back to his keeper. Wincheski nearly picked up an assist after making a stop on the latest set piece. A little tailwind behind you, and the leg he has, it can happen in a hurry. Through ball, a good one. Pressure's on yet again. Shot well off the mark. Missed high and wide. As that was a strong strike, but unable to find the frame. Battle for it, now played back. Oh, nice piece of football there, and brief stoppage as another man slow to get up. Ezariah Fredrickson. That'll be a free kick. And taken on from the Bruins. And it's good to see that Fredrickson, all right, as he was immediately on the sprint and immediately on the defense. As Catania, he's been busy, but he's been up to the task for the most part today. He's played well despite giving up the 2. He's been under constant pressure throughout much of this opening half. A half that 25 and a half minutes has elapsed. And Oladipo trying to create yet another chance. Weaves through traffic, sent back out. And played all the way to the back line. You mind, pride on the Bruins side too. They know this national tournament will be a difference, but in NCCAA play, regional play, they did not allow a goal. Trying to see how long they can keep that streak alive. As Lorech sends it to Figueroa, who now has some room at the top of the box. Look to play at Oladipo. They weren't on the same page. Now, could a counter be on? No, it's handled pretty well. Do want to let you know that Central Christian College of the Bible is now offering Master of the Arts in Ministry Leadership at its Missouri and Kentucky campuses. This very affordable and distinctive program combines online career coaching and an on-campus course to enhance your personal leadership skills and lead congregations towards health. Now's the time to advance your ministry. Find more at cccb.edu. Free kick coming for the Royals. As Wincheski pulls up one of the each socks. And they've seen really since the initial surge from the Bruins, who, you know, it's been tough. The competition been going on since Monday. This one in the box haven't been able to get action. They were eager to get going and showed it. But since then, give the Royals credit, they've played well. Just trying to formulate their share of chances to give them a chance to draw even. Wincheski will roll this one on. McCarty. As he and Barkman pass back and forth. Now McCarty looking for the deep sender. It's a good one, but it's defended nicely. Job well done. Feet got tangled No whistle, they play on. Now it's getting dangerous off the deflection. Now back to him on the cross, loose ball, and Catania there again. He got just enough on the deflection, and then it came back towards him on a rebound, and he jumped and pounced all over it. That's a job well done. Battled for, sent back across. Bounced along. Now look to send forward. And it comes all the way Catania. Bruins now awaiting their next march. And that got a piece of the hand on the way through. He tried to play it off as if it hadn't, did Fredrickson, but it did, so it'll set up a set piece in the attacking zone. They've had lots of chances. Catania has kept it at just 2-0. He's been really good in goal to this point for Johnson U. Make no mistake about it, he'd like it sent the other direction. As Oladipo looks for room off the deflection, it's becoming dangerous. Long strike just wide. From his defensive back position, Bartman, who was playing back a little bit, came full steam ahead and mishit it just a little bit to the left. Substitution coming in is Gilpin, who's had a couple nice runs. He will check out. And Samuel Cunningham from Louisville, Kentucky checks in. The center back. As he came to push forward there. Unable to do so. The Bruins, however, are. Now they run into resistance. Sent along the back line. Bruins continue to pressure, and they may have gotten there. Oladipo takes it away. Sides it, Laresh. Back to Oladipo. And Oladipo hounded. His two dark blue shirts have swarmed to him every time he's touched it since that opening goal. And if I had to guess, they were probably supposed to on the goal as well. Another corner to come, though. We'll make sure things align properly. It's a short corner taken. Now left back for him. Cross near post. It's still loose. And the flag up. So the offside will come, and that'll allow the clearance for the Royals. So it'll be Catania who's going to kick it away. Oh, and chipped right back in from Bob Jones. So a lot of the possession that's been fought for has been on the defensive end of the field. If you're the Royals, we'd like to see that change a bit. Couple subs to come in. Adore Kissimmee checks in from Rwanda. And the captain, Evan Reed. And or at least one of them. We mentioned a team on Johnson U with several young players. Reed, the senior. That senior leadership checks in. 13 in dark blue. Look to the dance top of the box. Kept in nicely, Lorette. Well, can they get another cross? It's cleared well, but no one there to advance it forward. Just chip back in again. The Bruins have looked like a team in hockey on the power play. Long strike here. That was nearly an Andy. Instead, it's just a bit too tall. Last 10 minutes or so, the ball has stayed almost squarely on this end of the pitch. Less than 10 minutes to go until halftime. Flipped on, now a long run, kept in play. As Bob Jones again keeps possession. Anywhere they can get it near Oladipo's feet, they can. Oh, but Oladipo, the decoy here. And the through ball was too much. Goal kick coming. Oladipo's a decoy. He had 3 men around him. The through ball got by. And it was a good run on the far side and well orchestrated play design. As they tried to get Cruz involved. Here, surging right down Main Street. Catania again. Full head of steam and upset he couldn't finish was Figueroa. But Catania has been so good. Especially after the first two. More pressure likely. Kissimmee. Looks to send in Figueroa. Dislodged the possession, and now the Royals try to do something with it. It's again sent all the way back, and they get it to mid and immediately nearly retreat back. As it doesn't take long for the Bruins to regain possession. Now chipped in again. Catania. Can he stop another? He may have to. No, it's defended well. From the center back position, it was Kearns who sent to the side. Now run the other way. Here come the Royals. Rowe leading the charge. Can he get some help with him? Looks to lay it back. It wasn't strong enough. Pass intercepted, and now the threat imminent. Figueroa sends Kissimmee toward goal, and Catania. Not much of a problem here. That is the problem that the Bruins present. You go push forward, try to get an attack on, and when it misfires, or you have a pass intercepted like that, now you got to hustle back. I saw your Alford try to get to that ball in the air because you know the counter is on. Under 7 to play, first half. I want to take the time to let you know, too, that Trinity Baptist College is offering 4-week online courses over the Christmas break. What does that do? Well, it allows you to earn credits towards eligibility before the spring semester begins. For more information, visit www.tcb.edu/winter. Along the far side now, with just over 6 minutes to play. Danger creeping in here. Can Catania scoop up another one? He does. And you can't help is notice some of the reaction over on the Bob Jones bench. One of the players on the bench turned toward the field behind and said, man, that keeper is good. Catania has certainly been that. That's why it's just 2-0. They've certainly had chances to materialize more than that. And he's been under constant duress much of this one. McCarty. Oladipo the touch, wants it back, got it back, gave it back. And Oladipo wondering if perhaps he should have kept on. Cleared for a moment. Cross in front of the face of the goal. Got past Catania that time, no one on the back end. And the oohs and ahs as another almost for the Bruins. Andrew Arrowwood gets set to check in. As Arrowwood does, Gashid Lorech checks out. Goal scorer already in this one. One of the two, Oladipo the other, to get it past Catania. Winding under 4.5. Corner coming, headed out of danger, at least for now. Lorech, Rashid, that is. Came back, track it down, tried to get it back in. Unable to do so, at least yet. Now the battle rages on for possession, trying to turn it around. Instead, it's turned right back into the zone. Figueroa weaves, dodges, he's right in front of the goal. Can he finish? Yes, he can! Figueroa makes it a 3-0 lead for the top seed. And it was initially a celebration with the ones on the field. Now he'll come and celebrate with his teammates. As Figueroa got it off the turnover. And once he got it off the turnover, proved he's awfully dangerous in space. Weave got right in front of the net and then knew how to finish. And that has opened it up 3-0. And Bob Jones flexing their muscle. And this is a team that's been good all season long. 8 players that were named to the all-region team. That a program record. But you see him so far in this first half, and you start to see why. As Hodgkin, in his second season with the Bruins, was the coach of the year in the South region. He wasn't on that national championship squad at the helm when they won it 4 years ago. He would love to add that national championship to his resume. And another yellow card to be warranted here on this one, and trying to see who it was on. With 3:02 left. Once a sub after the booking, you'll be able to get that as a little slow. The card on Nathan King, wearing 5 in the light blue. So 3:02 to go. The set piece and a chance to send it into the attacking third and find themselves on the board for the first time. It'll be the first team in the tournament to score on Bob Jones. This one, Wachewski waited a long time for that ball to come down. And finally it did so. And now boots away. Flick on could be just good enough. Kissimmee looks to turn, and another good stop. Catania, corner coming. It's easy with the score at 3-0 to say, man, tough day to be a keeper, and it has been. But not for the reason you might suspect. He's played well, but has been under constant pressure for 43 minutes now. Corner sent in. He's under pressure again, and this time it's pushed just over the bar, but another corner will follow. This one sent to the back post, and Catania again got a fist to it and sent it outward. Nearly a clearance himself. Well, I tell you what, they got something in their sophomore keeper from Brazil. And this experience, and they've alluded to it, as Spencer Proctor saying what an experience this is for his team, especially given the amount of youth on it. As we alluded at the top, 17 underclassmen, 9 sophomores, 8 freshmen. Tasked with the top seed, and Bob Jones, who stretched it to 3-0. 47 seconds remain in the half. Do the Bruins have another surge before intermission? Deep ball sent in. Catania is there with 35 seconds. It's pushed forward. Ball hangs in the air. Rogers can't quite get there. 20 seconds remain. Figueroa looks to dance in, unable to do so. Corner coming, but with 10 seconds, time of the essence to get it off, they do. Oladipo swings it back. Figueroa back to Oladipo, and that ends the half. And might have hit the head referee's leg on the way, and that'll end the first half. But Bob Jones 3 times has struck in the back of the net as they've lived in the attacking third much of the half. And the tournament's top seed leads 3-0 at the break. Score International stat sheet is next as we break down the first half. Look ahead to half number 2. That's next right here on the NCCAA Network.
One-week mission trip changed my life, and I think it could change yours too. For the past 35 years, SCORE International has been mobilizing others to go and make disciples of all nations. SCORE specializes in short-term mission trips that partner with a long-term sustainable ministry. We organize and lead trips that allow you to use your gifts and abilities for kingdom work. Contact us today to impact a life.
The NCCAA mission states, we serve members by setting association standards, developing communications resources, providing regional and national competition, and partnering in outreach to our communities and the world. Bylaws, eligibility, statistics, and championships are all part of being an athletic association. Our services help propel intercollegiate athletics on and off campus. We intentionally place our student athletes and coaches in Christian service projects during championship events to answer the question, what would Christ do in these communities? The NCCAA mission states, we are committed to equipping student athletes and coaches to make a positive impact for Christ. Equipping student athletes and coaches involves the creation and distribution of tools and resources needed for a particular purpose. We promote outreach and ministry for the enhancement of athletic competition with a Christian perspective. One tool is Game Plan for Life, a character initiative to promote the biblical characteristics of love, integrity, faith, and excellence. Equipping student athletes with a game plan will remain with them throughout their entire lives.
Campbellsville helped me to get a job, get my master's, to prepare myself for the world.
It offers students a tremendous amount of opportunity to get real-world experience.
We see Christian students, non-Christian students. We see people from every walk of life.
It's such a good place to be.
It kind of reminds me of home. Your teachers actually look out for you here. You feel invited as soon as you walk in.
You're not going to find any better place to help students achieve what they want.
Our world's been rocked by fear and economic uncertainty, but Columbia International University is praying for you. We invite you to invest in yourself by enrolling in our #1 rated online programs. We promise you an affordable, high-quality education and a place of peace. Enroll today.
The NCCA mission states, we are an association of Christ-centered collegiate institutions whose mission is to use athletic competition as an integral component of education, evangelism, and encouragement. The impact of the NCCAA has been felt for 50 years throughout the country and around the world. Encouraging mission trips is at the heart of this impact. We know short-term missions impacts everyone involved and changes the trajectory of lives. Sometimes it can affect the missionary as much or more than those being served. Our Sports Ministry Fund has supported more than 5,000 individuals via domestic and international missions. We exist not only to crown national champions, but to share the love of Christ wherever it is needed.
A one-week mission trip changed my life, and I think it could change yours too. For the past 35 years, SCORE International has been mobilizing others to go and make disciples of all nations. SCORE specializes in short-term mission trips that partner with a long-term sustainable ministry. We organize and lead trips that allow you to use your gifts and abilities for kingdom work. Contact us today to impact a life.
Welcome you back as we get set to start the second half. Kyle Rush alongside as you looked at the halftime stats brought to you by Score International. And the score on Reigns 3-0. Shots on goal 12-3. Pretty indicative of how things have gone. 8 corners. Another number that just really stands out. But something Bob Jones will have to be careful of are the 2 yellow cards that have been issued, because that could affect them in the title game should they get there, although they'll go 1-0. If one of those were to turn red in this one, they would miss their last pool play game, which would come tomorrow. So King and Cruz will need to be cognizant of that as we're back underway here in half 2. Do they keep the pressure on, or is there a run to be had by the Royals and Johnson University? Bob Jones, also worth noting, still has yet to give up that goal, starting with the regional tournament. It was a clean sheet in regional play, and so far in this national tournament, it's been the same. Looking to put pressure on again for the Bruins. They lived in the attacking third in that first 45 minutes. Love to do it yet again, if given the opportunity. Flip near side. A dance for Cruz. Sent back, Cruz. Looking at Oladipo waiting top of the box. And sent back around. And that's the best way to describe it. Especially those hockey fans, it looks like that Johnson University has been on penalty kill for much of the night. Bob Jones has been on the power play. They've struck 3 times. Not that there haven't been chances, but the highlight really so far for the Royals has been the play of Jeremy Catania. He has been really good in goal, and a big reason why more of those chances haven't found the back of the net. As possession still in the hands of the Bruins as they pass it around and look for spaces. Now they find Oladipo. Everybody converges now. Ball sent in toward the box. Catania trying to get there. It'll go out of bounds. It'll be a throw. Laresh was trying to chase it down. He tosses in. And a corner. Corner number 13, if you can believe it, coming your way. And Catania again as it places troops. It's Jordan Cruz. So worth noting, especially when Catania gets hold of one, the wind has sort of shifted from across the field to where it would be downwind or with the wind for the Royals. I got the sense it started that shift a bit in half number 1. Oh, good through ball here. Oladipo, can he get it back? It's at his feet if he can square one up. And he's forced back outside. Strike from distance, blocked. And a little slow to get up as that was a stinger. But right spot, right time was Branson Bridges. as he kept that one away from his keeper. Kept in play, sent along. Now right back in the middle of the pitch. It's been really crisp passing. And that, a takedown. Let's see if it warrants any more. No. Foul coming. It'll be Jordan Cruz who will kick the set piece. 5 minutes gone. Of half number 2. And now a little misdirection as Cruz acted like he would be the one to take it. Instead, it was Bartman. Defended well nonetheless. Cleared at least momentarily. Figueroa got it ahead. A strike just over the bar as Cruz missed by that much. You won't see a strike with much more pace than that. And got another look just how close that came to the top bar. As Catania spirals it away. Now they'll look to march on again. Right back in come the Bruins. Relentless so far. Nothing changing. It's pursuit. Nice step to the ball there. Looks to turn things around for the Royals. Look for the through ball. Couldn't quite thread it through. Nathan King was the one who disturbed it for the Bruins. Chip on Catania. This one quite simple. Well, he does have it downwind, but elects the throw here. Puts it right on his man, but he can't control on the far side. And worth noting, too, that Johnson University trying to stay in the picture of things here. A win, they would do that and keep title hopes alive. A loss would end their tournament. And played on, looking for space, creating some now. Looking to thread in top of the box. There's a whistle. Will it be more? Nope. Just yes, it will. There is a booking to be had. Yellow card warranted on the foul from behind. And it'll be a set piece just outside of the box. We'll see who the yellow is on. Was whistled against the Bruins. Setting up free kick off toward Catania. Oladipo denied again by Catania. Now, good battle going for the ball here. Looking to weave, now help comes. And cleared nicely. At least for the time being. Now played back, Royals with possession. Now what can they manifest in order to keep some possession time here? As answer is not long as it goes out of play. Charging back in, Myers. Oladipo. Now King. Push from behind. Maybe a little surprised they let that go. Woven through, couldn't quite find it through the back line. And played on right back to midfield and right back into the possession of the Bob Jones Bruins. Myers. Played outside. And the throw in to come is Cruz. Tosses in, played back. Well, then it's Klein. Wants to feed, and it's pushed right back out front and center. Caleb Myers. Swing near side and out of play. Bruins do get possession out of it, though. Good time to remind you that the NCCAA network is powered by SCORE International. SCORE specializes in short-term mission trips. Pair your passion with the opportunity to share the gospel both internationally and domestically by joining SCORE on a short-term mission trip. Visit scoreintl.org/NCCAA to find out more. Myers evaluates before sending it back as Isaiah Rowe was in the right spot to defend. As we wind under 33 and a half minutes to play. At the time that remains in Johnson University's fall season. Perhaps some of the last moments, the likes of Micah Penahalo, Evan Reed, some of the seniors on this very young club that have set the benchmark getting them here. An accomplishment in and of itself. The women's team will be in action later this tournament tomorrow. Looking on. Now, chance perhaps in the box here and denied. A well-manufactured run there. Played aside defensively by 14 in blue and Perry Kearns. Now then a dance from distance. Oh, what a firecracker from Oladipo. We got chances inward. And the All-South Region Player of the Year has struck for the second time. It's 4-0. And this is an absolute missile. He finally got some space, which he hadn't had a lot of. And Catania this time unable to get there. And take a look at that one. That was a thing of beauty. It's now 4-0. Now the Royals on a bit of a run here. First time today they've manufactured something toward their end of the pitch here in half two. And long run, they're going to get a throw. As Gable chased it down. And plots it in play. Moves on to the back line. Rogers. Sent back Mincheski. Rogers applying the pressure. As he nearly got to Mincheski that time. The toss in comes far side down the sideline. Wanting to win the corner. They do not. And looking for a little help from the official was Hallie Burton, unable to do so. As Coach Proctor looks on. Ball sent far sideline. Now making a run to be had here. Comes through the zone. Myers looks to chisel it back in. Deterred at least for the moment. I wonder for how long as it comes back to the back line. You know, the ball's going to get sent inward again in the near future. Here it comes. Far side this time. And chiseled toward the net, out of play. But I believe they have won a corner. They have. So corner kick to be won here. It'll be taken on the far side. A set piece. By my count, the 14th. Corner coming from the Bruins. Oladipo got a flick on it. He smells the hat trick. But he couldn't get it on face of goal. Oladipo, touch back. Figueroa missed wide. And Gattegno will take the kick on. Looks like I'm trying to gather some momentum behind it, but again, the Bruins, who win possession of the ball so well, they've dominated it possession-wise so far in this one. Now we'll launch forward. Far sideline. Royals again knocked off the ball. Now Oladipo dancing through the room. He smells a hat trick and not quite able to keep possession. Now maybe even a little shaken up. Howell for a moment stretches out. It looks like that left leg. But he plays on. Cross comes in. It weaves its way through several of the Royals. Gattegno got there. Now it's kicked aside. Oladipo. And in a crowded box, finally, the ball is escorted out in a corner. And we'll see if the coaching staff and Matt Hotchkin saw the limp of Oladipo as we did. They did. As Andrew Arrowwood, a freshman, comes in to replace him. Fascinating thing and the scary thing, the NCCAA Division II, as Oladipo will be back next year. Lexington, South Carolina native, just a junior. And there will be more soccer beyond this tournament. But he hopes, maybe perhaps, he could close it back-to-back NCCAA national titles. Love to win one here. They come in as the tournament's top seed and have looked the part. Grace Christian, the number 2 seed, by the way, against Moody Bible leads 4-1. Oh, now chiseled forward. Possession to be fought for. And now run far side, taken away. Off the turnover. Running with a sense of purpose, Laresh. Back plate. Myers. And possession kept there on. Far side trying to punch one through the box. Charging in. Unable to get there now. A run from Kearns to get it out. Touch too strong. Bruins. Back to it. And another corner to come. While we wait for that corner, a chance to let you know that Central Christian College of the Bible is now offering Master of the Arts in missionary or ministry leadership at its Missouri and Kentucky campuses. It's a very affordable and distinctive program, combines online career coaching and an on-campus course to enhance personal leadership skills and lead congregations toward health. Now's the time to advance your ministry. Find out more at cccb.edu. And after that corner and collision, a lot of traffic in the box. Man down there. One of the members of the Royals. And the athletic training staff hasn't been waved on yet. And now they are. He's up on his feet though, but he might need assistance to get off. His substitution will come on. Ethan Ridge will replace Branson Bridges. As the man shaken up, and he laughs about it now. I think based on what he was alluding to, I don't think it's an injury that lasts much time, but painful in the short term. As they have a laugh about it now and pointed to an area, yeah, we know what that means. It'll take him a couple minutes, but he should be fine. Good news to know he'll be okay. Isaiah Rowe. That now dancing through traffic. And Ridge, just into the ballgame, tried to send it forward. He does so. Rogers. Oh, a nice ball here. One of the better runs so far for the Royals. As Miller races toward the attacking third. Can they get anything on the end of it? And it goes out of play. It'll be a Bruin throw as they defensed it well. And sometimes as the backs, when you haven't been tasked with defending for long stretches of time, when that time does come, being ready can prove difficult. He's going to have a missed touch. The Bruins had no such thing there. Well, run here. Numbers forward. Rogers desperately trying to catch up from behind. Figueroa looking to get it over to that left foot, unable to do so. And taken away. Catania able to control it. But Figueroa had the run and just enough traffic in front to prevent a lethal strike. It'll be a throw-in coming up for Johnson University. Kyle Rush here with you on the NCCAA Network, and thrilled to be part of the action. And grateful to have this tournament, and the experience for all the student athletes has really been something to behold. And it hadn't just happened here on the pitch, although that's certainly the main event. As last night you could see several teams. A reminder, these are student athletes first getting homework assignments done, but they were doing it not necessarily by team. There was members of opposite teams that were sharing tables and so on, new friendships being born. It's part of what this event is all about. As we wind towards 21 minutes to go. 4-0. The top seed and Bob Jones with the lead. Played back, now look to be centered in. Is there room to dance there? Now taken away. Still battle for it, But it's the Bruins, as they have much of the night, winning possession. And we'll come near side now. As we near 20 to go. Chip back in. Flag up for offsides. And every attacker hears that whistle and the point to the sideline and just rolls their head. No different that time from Hennigan. He knew at the other side of that whistle and the other side of the pitch there was a flag down, signifying the offside against him. Now they look to push forward. Myers has to wait on it. He does. Now chisels it in. Arrowwood. Back out Klein. Chipped on a hop. Arrowwood pushed off the ball. Oh, but dangerous here. Can he get to that right foot and turn it in time? The cross, no one to the back post. Just a step late. Immediately thrown right back in, though. And now it goes wide. And a throw will forthcome. As well as substitution. New man on will be Cameron Golden out of Danville, Virginia. Junior forward. As Isaiah Rowe trots off. One of those 17 underclassmen. And a slight limp as well. And really been impressed, too, knowing that none of these teams played a full fall schedule. Some played a lot more than others. But all have seemed conditioned fairly well. We haven't seen a wide range of injuries despite little action in the fall. They've been ready for tournament play. Testament to all of them as individuals staying ready and fit for play, and strength and conditioning staffs on both sides, and trainers. It's really a feat top down. There's no one in particular that gets the job done as Oladipo has some ice on that left ankle, the one he was stretching out. As I think the way he was jogging around earlier, he could have gone back in, but up 4-0, no reason to push it. It'll be interesting, maybe see if he plays tomorrow. High low. 17 minutes to go. And it'll culminate the fall season for Johnson U. Can they get a goal and be the first from the NCCAA regions on to score on these Bruins? That'll be something to watch. Last 16:35. I want to pass along to you as well that as a couple more Royals check in. Gable is in, as is man wearing the captain's bracelet, Nevin Reed. Miller and Fredrickson will step out. Perry, underclassmen, there as well. As the lack of effort hasn't waned ever since, and when he is stretching out that foot as Rowe on the sideline, sophomore midfielder, you saw him come off a little while ago. He has been a warrior. As he's grimacing in pain on the bench, but he has fought through it every step of the way. He didn't do it once when he was on the pitch, but it set in, or he allowed it to set in once he got to the sideline along that left knee. As the Bruins make yet another run. Running out of the box with it is Kearns. He's been there a couple times. Man on duty at the right time. Now looking to spin away is Rogers. He might have the best name in the tournament for a man that plays in a forward position as he does. Gunnar Rogers. Couldn't be more fitting. Well, unfortunately for his Royals, he hadn't had a whole lot of gunning opportunities, but when he has, he's shown that he can be dangerous in doing so. Arrowwood wants to play ahead to Myers. Excellent hustle. That's exactly what we talked about. The heart hasn't left despite the score and the outcome. Message right around the 20-minute mark from some of their teammates. Play and finish with heart was the message from the sidelines for the Royals. And, well, you can say mission accomplished. They've done just that. As the sub is on for the Bruins is Emery from Travelers Rest, not too far away from Greenville. He gets a chance to step in the ball game here as Jordan Cruz swaps out. Arrowwood looks to dance with it there. Twishimi. Sent far side, played in. Dangerous ball here on the header, and Catania was there to save it. Boy, he nearly made a grand entrance, did Gabriel Emery. He just came in, and if it weren't for a spectacular effort from Catania, he would have found himself on the score sheet. Myers. And had that happened, his bench would have exploded as they were ready to join in quite the celebration, I'm sure. Should have connected there. Looks to turn it across here, keeps it in play. Nope, unable to do so. A dozen minutes remain. Reminder to stay tuned to the end of the game. After the clock hits 000, we'll give you a score, international score of the game, and several good candidates. Oladipo has 2 of them. South Regional Player of the Year. And Oladipo, even though he's not in the game, almost like an extra coach on the sideline as he's peering around teammates, wanting to get the proper look, and it'll stop the clock and see if something more comes. Nothing does. 11:25 remaining. And just a stern warning for Allie Burton. Now wind the clock again. We'll see who will take it. Both went at it at once and maybe even fooled some of their own team. Now chip near post. Catania couldn't get to it. Comes back out to him. Parkman. Back post. Sent aside, and most vocal voice on the bench is Oladipo. Perhaps urging Emory, hoping the sophomore can get that goal. News is Oladipo walking fairly normally. Maybe a slight gimp, but you would have to think when he'll be needed, he'll be ready to go. Another sub coming in, Uriel Gomez. And teammates excited to see him into the game. As with 10 minutes left, he'll get some minutes. And the women's side rooting for what they call Yimmy. As Hennigan will be the man that comes off. And a whistle on the foul. We're noting with this roster, it is their largest roster to date, with 36 players overall, 30 of them active for this year's NCCAA National Championships. And it's hard to notice much of a drop-off when any of them have slid in. It's a talented, deep roster that has started with competitive practices from Matt Hodgkin. It's more than one reason. A lot of people look at how a coach manages subs or things tactfully throughout a game, but often championships, Coach of the Year awards, one off season, preseason, and practices during the season. And a throw. I know the Bruins way. Arrowwood trying to sell a whistle. Golden. That one was wide. It'll be a Bruin throw. Samuel Cunningham, Louisville, Kentucky, will be whistled in the next opportunity, and here he comes. And Jason Dillard, the freshman, also going to get into the ball game. So both teams will go a little deeper in their benches. As Josiah Gable will step off, as will Micah Penhollow, the senior. In these moments, it's so reflective back to them. last time he'll be here, be able to get here, but me and the senior class in Penn Hollow has laid the groundwork for what's to follow. As the Bruins again have possession, fought for on the far side. And normally, where this would be a scenario where for the seniors it would be the end in these NCCAA championships, and this year being what it was, a record of 4-8. This will round out their 2020 slate, at least for now. They got in 12 games, so realization, I'm sure, settling in at least in some ways for Penn Hollow and other seniors on this Johnson University roster. The other one, Evan Reed, who wears the captain bracelet. Top seed has flexed their muscle. 3 goals in the first half. Oladipo added another one here in the second. Catania in goal has been really good. But he was under siege for much of this one as we wind 5 minutes to go. Tournament will continue tomorrow. At day's end, we will have shape of what the championship will be. Going into tomorrow, task will be simple for these Bruins. They'll know a win puts them in the title game. That'll be same for Grace Christian, who's playing on the other end, and all the tie-breaking scenarios that people like to talk about would be nullified. But task ahead of both teams yet, as it's not all said and done here, as there will be more to be said. Tomorrow, but at least for tonight, the top 2 seeds appear well on their way. Grace Christian up 4-1. As you look at that schedule tomorrow, here in Pool A at 7:30, it'll be Bob Jones and Randall. Randall, who beat this Johnson U team. The winner of that one will be off to the title game, as they would both be 2-0. Loser would be out. So de facto semifinal. Grace Christian and Pensacola do battle tomorrow, and Pensacola, the defending national champs, so nothing easy there, despite the Eagles getting upset a night ago by Moody Bible Institute. And the bench erupted as Uriel Gomez, who came in, is getting to play these last 10 minutes, doesn't get to play a whole lot, but he made a nice little run there. So everything shaping up, and then the final comes Saturday at 12:30. But nearly able to get on the end of it. That's the second time Emory's almost been there, and Catania spoiled the party. And you don't think this team's close. Referring to the Bruins, they are all as far as they can go, right on the dotted line inside the sidelines. Jumping up and down, rooting each other on. And pulling. Or some of those guys they practice against all the time to maybe come through with a goal of their own and have their moment in the spotlight here in this national tournament. 2 minutes remain until it's official and they start 1-0. It was an impressive effort top to bottom, and shortly after that we'll have our Score International score of the game. A strike here. Catania was there to scoop it up. Caleb Felber, junior defenseman, took a swing. And couldn't quite get it by Catania, who's been quite good. Despite the 4-0 outcome, it's certainly could have been more south. He punched it in here. Shot, score, he's done it! Much to the jubilation of his teammates, Caleb Felber, the junior defenseman. He doesn't get in a lot, and he's finally on the score sheet and celebrates accordingly with his teammates. He's made the most of his moment, and he has his goal on the national stage. It's 5-0. I tell you what, the sprinkling of that water bottle might be quite chilly on a night like tonight with the wind blowing the way it is. I don't think he'll much mind. Well, his teammates, the groans when he passed up the first look. Then he went inside, set up Catania, and finished from there. And Catania scoops up this one as Felber again was in the neighborhood. And the chatter still along the sideline. And I really got to point out, too, watching this game is Brett Baer, the backup keeper, junior for the Royals. He has been local cheerleader. He's been on his feet the whole game. That one's high for Catania. He has been on his feet urging his teammates on from start to finish. And you don't necessarily have to be a leader between the lines. Having them, that support on the sideline, can fire everybody up, and certainly an example to live by. The final horn has sounded, and it's the top seed looking like it. Here in this one, they win it 5-0 the final as they move to 1-0 in pool play, and the season will come to an end for Johnson University. And go back to the Score International score of the game. We'll flash you to the first half, as where you will have to look at Gashid Larich, who dialed it in from distance, and the finish that got him off and running. 4 more would follow, including 2 from the All-South Region Player of the Year. And Bob Jones University is off to a 1-0 start in pool play. They'll play for a trip to the title game tomorrow. We'll have it for you right here on the NCCAA Network. Until then, for our fantastic crew who's worked diligently all day long, I'm Kyle Rush saying so long from Kissimmee, Florida, where once again Bob Jones University puts a shutout on the board. They stay perfect on the score sheet in regional play, winning 5-0. If you want to watch this game or any of our other NCCAA championships on demand, you can go do so. Follow nccaa.org/network and watch any game of your choosing. Or go on the NCCAA Network app on your TV streaming device. Thanks for watching. We'll talk to you tomorrow from Kissimmee, Florida. I'm Kyle Rush saying so long.